Perfect. Okay. Welcome everyone to Think It. It's part of the Entrepreneurship and Enterprise program here at GBS. I've left my contact details on this slide as well. And so today we've got an online workshop all about entrepreneurial skills and specifically relating to creating those first few revenues in your business. So we'll get started today. Our speaker today is Bipasha, and she's a lecturer here at GBS, and I'll let her do more of an introduction and then take you through today's workshop. But I'm Annabelle, the Senior Entrepreneurship Officer here at GBS. And so if you've got any questions at the end, you can also email me and I'll put everything relating to follow-up and registering for more workshops, etc., in the chat after the workshop. So without further ado, I'll stop sharing this screen. Please do take it away, Bipasha.
Thank you, Annabelle. Hello, everyone. Hope all of you are enjoying this lovely summer. We hardly get one of these days, so enjoy it. And thank you for coming to this workshop. So let me introduce myself. I am lecturing for GBS, Batspa Partnership, which is level 6, business and management. And I also have been entrepreneur for more than 35 years. So set up companies across the continents, different kind of companies, which is obviously started from scratch without much of a help. So in a way, very self-made, and started with kind of with lot of social against lot of social taboos and everything. So that is another story. I don't want to bore you with my story. And I also do coach and mentor to the SMEs. Especially, I'm a mentor for the Virgin Group, and also mentoring for other, kind of voluntary as well as to the individual. So this is me. Now, let's. I don't want to talk more about myself, so I want to know you more. So, how many of you are here who have got a business? Who have a business? Can you raise your hand or just on the chat? Can you mention how many of you have a
Um, my name,
business?
my name is Walter. I don't have
Hi,
a
Walter.
business. I'm a student for tourism and business management, level 4.
Mhm.
I don't have a business running, but being a chef for 16 years, I've
Yeah.
started selling my products
Hmm.
outside. I'm not registered yet. I've developed my business plan. I don't know if it's correct. I need to find help with that as well. But I want to be on the market from August.
That's brilliant to, we'll speak about it most. I just wanted to know in one sentence or two sentence, have you already set up a business in terms of company, or you are just selling, are you catering to different I mean,
Yes,
how
like
you're catering?
yes,
Okay. So
yes.
in
I've
venues
done.
or into the private, like friends, families, and how you are
That's
doing
it.
that?
That's
Yeah.
it. I've got a community. My community is a Will Change organization for people from abroad, from Asia, from Africa. I'm from Mozambique, by the way. So I'm connected with them. They offer me a space to cook there, and I've done two events so far. I've done
Hmm.
two events. I've done one on Father's Day, and I've done one last week. It was a birthday party, and I've got an offer for three more events there in that facility. So, but I need to be registered. I need to be have the license. I need to get the equipment. So I'm like starting from scratch.
Okay, that's brilliant. And I'm sure we'll have more food on the board. What about you, Janabel?
Actually,
So,
what I'm creating. Sorry to say this if I've got time, but what I'm creating is something unique. I realize that the way we're feeding our children is like a crime. It's like we're feeding with fast food, with
yeah.
junky food. The advertise of McDonald's, of KFC is so everywhere. Every bus stop you'll see McDonald's.
Uh,
Yes,
well,
I want to
sorry.
change this.
Walter, I have to stop you here because we'll be talking about your project and everything once after I finish the presentation. And you are most welcome to write to us, email us, and then obviously Annabelle will take it up from there. And I'll be in touch with you with your venture because this is a platform where we have to accommodate everyone. And also, we have to tell you that what might work for you. After listening to the whole presentation, if you still have got questions, please I will be delighted to be in touch with you. Is that all right?
Thank you very much. Sorry to
Thank you.
interrupt you.
No, no, that's all right. That's all right. So is there anyone else who have a business or thinking of starting a business?
Yes, hi. My name is Vasilios Mitousis.
Mm-hmm. Vasilios,
Okay,
welcome.
yes, hi. I have a concierge company. It's VIP services, and here in London, in Mykonos, and in Dubai. We provide VIP services for cars, villas,
Okay.
hotels,
Okay.
restaurants, and all.
Oh, that's very nice. Very nice. Anybody else on the here who are present right now who have a business? Just give me in one sentence or two sentence a brief introductions about what you do or what would if you're planning to build a business or open a business, please give me just one liner introduction, please. So I presume that there is, I think we only have got two people, right, who are already in the business. Now, I would try to talk to you about the most interesting journey, which is an entrepreneurial journey today. And when we go through this journey, we achieve so much. It doesn't mean that always we are successful, but failure is the strongest pillar of achieving success. At least I have learned that from my life. Failure is not the end of the world. Like I'm just telling you, Steve Jobs failed, Elon Musk failed, and being a small entrepreneurs, we always fail. So embrace your failure, learn from it, but at the same time, when you travel through this path, like what happens when we start traveling to a country we don't know, we try to find, explore different paths, which will be the shortest way, what is going to benefit us. The same way you have to explore this journey, but there are some skills required for this journey. And that's what we are going to talk about today. I mean, talk to you about that skills you require that will help you to enhance your venture, enhance your entrepreneurship skills. At the same time, revenue is a problem to all of us. But if you really look at it, that any people who really want to travel through this entrepreneurship journey, if they are only looking at revenue, they never can make it very big. So revenue is a part of it, but you have to have a greater vision to really be a successful entrepreneur. So let's start that journey together. So I'm going to share my screen now with you, and you know uh, I'll just try to uh, one second, just please give me a minute.
I think Bipasha is just rejoining, connecting to audio. Just 1 second.
hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Bipasha.
Sorry
Thank you.
about it. Sorry about it. I just, okay, now. Okay, so I don't know, Annabelle, something is going wrong. So
So, did you click the share screen?
yeah, I did. And then it's Chrome tab, window, entire screen. It is coming up like that because obviously there is an IT problem here, which wanted me to fix it from this part, but there is no time. So what do
So
I
do
mean?
you have
Like,
your slides open in a PowerPoint?
yeah.
So when you click share screen, is that an
No, it is
option?
not coming up. No, that's what I'm saying. It is coming as a window, Chrome tab, and entire screen.
Okay, maybe if you click entire screen, but make sure the slides are on the screen that you're
Yeah,
sharing, that could be a
that
way
is on
around
the
it.
screen. Yeah.
So try
But the
that.
entire screen should be a desktop. I don't think that is going to be uh,
So
like
if you put the PowerPoint window in your desktop
I did that.
and share the entire screen, that could work.
I did that, but somehow uh, yeah. Can you check control? So it is
Uh,
not coming really there.
I don't think I can from here because I'm not the host.
Okay, so can we talk about it then? If I can't really go through the slides, we can just always
Oh, yeah, I can see it now, but it's the
you,
Zoom Zoom dialog box.
you can't. So
So if you move the PowerPoint onto the same screen,
how do I move to the PowerPoint to the screen? I mean, PowerPoint is already open, but
is
it is a Chrome browser which is launched meeting Zoom, which you are saying.
yeah,
It is a browser.
uh,
So
is
how
the
do I?
PowerPoint on a different screen or is it on the same screen?
It is in this, panel in the lower panel. So
Can you minimize the Zoom
yeah, it
thing?
is minimum. Oh, it is minimized. So
Okay.
launch meeting Zoom. If I just
Okay.
can you see that now?
No, it's gone. Do you want to send me
No.
the slides and I can share them from here?
Yeah. So how do
You can
I
just
do?
email me the slides.
Okay, right. Give me a minute here. Sorry about it.
No, that's okay. And then I can share them from my end and then
Mhm. Yeah. Give me just a minute. I just. I just sending it now. So if you get it, then you can.
yeah. So please continue whilst I wait for that to come and then I'll start sharing that once I get it.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, I've sent it now.
Perfect.
If you just hit it without a message, I'm just okay. Sorry about it. I mean, for this technical thing. So first, let us go through like what is the difference between a entrepreneur and a business owner, because entrepreneur and business owner, they both have business, but there are some difference. So before you start your journey, you need to really think about whether you would like to be entrepreneur or you would like to be a business owner. Now, what are the difference? The difference is the entrepreneurs normally launch ventures. So something innovative, something for the world, something maybe uh, totally different, which is has got better benefits for the community, for anything else. The product, there is a gap somewhere, they try to find out that gap and they innovate it. That is entrepreneurs. Now, as a business owner, most of the times you don't have to do that. You normally follow the other people. You don't normally innovate products. You may be now, like, if you don't innovate, then what you do, you follow the leaders. You try to maybe getting similar products or services in the markets, or you are trading, or you have a corner shop, or maybe something else, like anything, like without like started selling, like just right now we have talked about. So this is business owner where they really want to have a profit within a very short time, and obviously they don't take a lot of risk. The business owners, they take calculated risk. And also in terms of resources, like how they organize their resources, most of the times they are not very resourceful as entrepreneurs are. So what they do, they don't want to tap into areas where they just follow, like suppose if you are taking a distributorship from someone or a franchise, then you don't have to have the resources. The company who is actually offering you the franchise or the distributorship, they are already having those resources. Or maybe you follow pattern, all these resources given by some other company, or maybe the resources are uh, plenty of resources available, and you start business, like you may be a kind of grocer. So there is not much resources unless you are getting something from overseas. There is a bit of research you have to do. So this is all about the difference in the business owners and the entrepreneurs. As opposed to the business owners, entrepreneurs usually are risk takers. They take great risk. So they don't mind, like if they totally lose. They have a vision. They wanted to do something for the community or for the world, or maybe it is their passion. The main things of being an entrepreneur is your passion. If you don't have a passion, you cannot stick to this, even that is a business, entrepreneurship, or your job. So you must have a passion, and that passion is just not a word. You really literally have to eat, drink, and dream about it all the time. Entrepreneurs are very resourceful, so they know, like they will fast organize resources. Suppose there is an area where, so they have to be expert if they are doing something in that particular they have to streamline their resources. They know how to do it. Like uh, I think someone is mentioning right now. Sorry, Annabelle, have you got it? Hello.
Yes, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see it? Can you see the
uh,
slides?
yeah, i
Can,
I think I can.
can everyone
Let
else
me.
see the slides? Or
Yes, we can see the slides.
okay,
Yeah,
Yes,
so we are
we
going
can.
to the second slides now. Yeah.
brill.
So I think Walter just mentioned that he was doing the catering, and he's doing for a long time. So for 16 years he's doing it. So he knows really how to, where from he has to get the groceries or the spices or anything that is required for his, and he must have also built up a kind of clients list. So the in a way, when you start your business, sometimes you don't have to have the resources because you're following patterns, you're following some other people. Not these slides now. I'll tell you. So let's be in the second slide. So can we just, I can take the control off from here, is it? No, I can't. Annabelle, no,
No,
you have to do it.
no,
Okay.
yep,
So now, so can we just go back to the earlier slides, please? Yeah. So
this
that
one.
is the one. Yes, please. Yes. So these are the difference. Now you can, we don't have to talk a lot about the differences in business owner and the entrepreneur. This is just a basic idea for you, and you can research more on that. Yes, please, Annabelle, can we go to the next slides now? Yes. So this is one of my favorite entrepreneur. I think many of yours as well. So Steve Jobs said once that you must be passionate about what you do, because as I said, without passion you can't really go. When you think of making $1 million or $1 billion, you simply can't do that, because they entrepreneurship is really or even in a being business, it is not as we think that okay, we'll leave job and we'll start doing that. It's a very hard task, and day after day, night after night, you have to totally focused on that. And sometimes we do lose focuses for different reasons, maybe situations, maybe finance, maybe something. But you have to be extremely passionate about whether, I know people who have actually taken out the last credit from their credit cards, from the family, friends, everything. They lost money, but still they didn't give up. And if you really, I will advise you to read books on these people like Steve Jobs. You can Bill Gates, Elon Musk. What is their journey? How did they really, what they have done? And you will find that they worked so hard. Actually, Elon Musk, he works 16 hours a day, 16 to 18 years. So you have to really work hard, keep focused. Next slide, please. Yes, Annabelle, can we get to the next slide? Yes, thank you. So, what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. So, first of all, you need a product or service which you need to test before launching. Lot of people thinks that okay, it's not required. I'm very confident because the other people are doing it. It is selling very well. They have got a good revenue. Well, everybody's situation is different, and you never know that when those other people have started business, what is their strength, what is their resources. So when you think that someone maybe your next door neighbor is successful, that doesn't necessarily means that you will be successful also. So what you have to do, you have to test your product, and always try to find a product which is a little bit different from others, so you stand out. It is not something like you would like to sell the same product which is, maybe five other people are selling in your local area, or internationally there may be thousands and thousands of people are selling, like people are selling from Amazons. Sometimes it works, but it doesn't work for a long time. So you have to really identify your products and service. So that is one. You have to launch a unique product. I said create a powerful brand. Now creating a powerful brand doesn't necessarily means advertising. Some of the best brand, even this Tesla, they don't really advertise. Some of the best brand never advertised. Now how to create a sorry, sorry, excuse me. Can you mute your mic, please? Can you mute yourself, please? Yeah. So you have to create a powerful brand. How do you create a powerful brand? Now it doesn't have to be always spending a lot of money. If your brand is good, then it will be referred. So trust on referrals more. So friends, family, or maybe from them it is the words of mouth. And then also, like, if your product is good, it will, then you can promote through different, so every time you don't have to spend a lot of money. Anyway, that is another subject which we'll discuss later, that how to create a powerful brand without spending much money. Now build a champion teams with experts. Now I can understand, so when you're starting a company, you might not have that kind of financial backups that you can really afford a champion team or the experts, but you can always network with the people. You can have people as a partner. You can just share the profit with them. You can do anything. You can go for a barter. You can just build a champion team. That means if you are good in sales, take someone from which who is good in marketing. If you're good in something else, so try to strengthen up the other areas where you'll need support. Now, lead your team by example. This is very important, which I'll talk to you later on in the future sessions, that being a leader. Now, we all claim to be a leader. There is a difference between a leader and a manager. A manager manage a team, a leader lead. Lead means obviously they motivate teams, they communicate, they rewards their team, they work together for a single goal or single objective, not by just obviously telling the team what to do. So they lead by example. So there are different kind of leadership. You can read more about the leadership. Since you are level 4, level 5 students, I believe that you need to read more about the level, I mean read about the leadership, because that is the heart of any business or anything in life. Leadership is the essential, it is the chief, I think, key ingredients of the whole thing. Create a pool of loyal customers. Now the people who actually your prospect, first convert them as customers, but then when they are customers, just don't let them go. Don't ask for, not for their feedback, because when it is feedback, it will, a lot of negative things will come. Ask for their advice, what improvement they would like to see, what makes them happy. So you have to create a pool of loyal customers day after day. Do you think that all these people like Apple, Microsoft, they got a pool of, even some of the brands are cheaper than Apple, but the people who buy Apple, they will never switch to the other products. So you have to create a pool of loyal customers. Ensure the highest customer satisfactions. Getting a customer is very tough. When you get a customers, as I said, that you see that whatever it takes, you must satisfy the customers. Is it okay? Am I too fast, or is it okay? Next slide, please,
No, it's
Annabelle.
okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's okay.
Thank you. I will talk to you later, because I have so much to offer. I can't just finish within this tag if I really. So what skills then we need to have to be entrepreneur? What skills that make a difference? You see, first of all, as I already mentioned to you, that resourcing skills is one of the skills everybody should have. Like when I have started my company, when I was 21 years old, I didn't have many support. I tried to find out how I can self finance, in the sense I try to find out the gap in the market, and then in that gap I used to offer my services. Mainly it used to be the branding, it used to be the management, kind of strategizing the product, strategizing their market, where the people need advice, but you don't need money for that. People will pay you if you really they like your advice, or if they find that your creatives are brilliant, they will pay you in advance. They will, but this is the way you can self finance the business. So you don't need always a lots of finance to start your business. So that is one. Leadership skills we already have spoken about. You need to be a good leader, not always just telling your team to give them the motivation so that they do the things. Obviously they have to have the common goal. You cannot be a very democratic leader or autocratic leader. There are different kind of leaderships. You will find it, democratic leader always works more than the autocratic leader. But if you are a expert, then sometimes you need to be a bit autocratic to a team, so that your team must not be as expert as you are, so they need directions. Now, strategy developing skills. What is that? I mean, every when you start any business or even in your studies, you have a strategy. What will do next? How will you do that? If there is any problem coming, how you are going to solve that? And that is strategy and planning. There is a difference between a strategy and planning. Strategy is about thinking bigger things, so that how what I'll do within next 5 years. Then planning comes. How do I do it? Step by step skills. So these are the skills you decision making. We do this, we all make wrong decision, and there is no shame in it. All these people like Elon Musk or Steve Jobs, everybody have made a wrong decision. So there is no shame in failing. Only thing is learn your lesson from the mistakes and improve it. So decision making skill is one of the hardest one. That at time, I mean time, we just are so confused that we don't know that which way to go. This left is very green, right is also green, both are suitable to me, which one I follow? So this is decision making skills also can be developed. You need training for that. All the skills I'm talking about, like these can be developed. This is not something, yes, some people might have some talents, but it can be all can be developed through training. Negotiation skills. Now negotiation is one of the best thing. I was reading one of the entrepreneur, just forgot her name. She bought one of the American stores only at $180 those days, and now she has sold that shop to Warren Buffett. So, and what was the money she got? Billions of dollars. So this is called, your vision and like negotiation skills, communication skills and interpersonal skills. Even though it's sounds same, communication and interpersonal skills always not the same thing. You might be having a great communication skills, but you don't have the interpersonal skills. When you are working, especially in a small team, especially when you are a single entrepreneur, most of the times you are doing things. But here I must tell you, you can do, you have to have a team from the day one, because you can't go alone. It is not possible. So try to build up a team, whether it is like you offered them a commission, you offered them maybe 40% of your profit, whatever you feel suitable, but you have to make a team. And then you need to understand you have to increase your emotional intelligence to understand what is your, I mean, whether you are motivating your team, or whether they are not getting motivated, whether the skills they have got that is in full use, whatever. I mean, like, you have to have absolute, but and also empathy. That is one of the greatest skills of the entrepreneurships. You must have empathy. Financial skills, basic financial skills. You must know that, okay, like, you are selling maybe million products at a profit of 50 pence or 20 pence, but end of the day, if you don't know that your cost is very high, you don't know that your cost is actually eating all the profits, then you are glad that you made such a huge sales and huge profit, but did you really make profit? So your financial basic accounting skills is important. Revenue creation skills. I'm sure everybody, when start a business, they follow the leaders or maybe other people in the competitors, and they feel, okay, we can do that. But revenue creation skills is really need a lot of thought, lot of plannings, and of course trainings. Confidence and resilience. End of the day, you are the one who is going to take all the ups and downs. So if you lose your confidence and if you don't have the resilience, it is very hard to really last in that journey. Next one, please. So how to create revenue without spending a fortune? Now, obviously, first thing is you have to have a good product. That is very important. Now, how do you think it is good product? As I said, you must test it, get feedbacks. If you don't have money, don't have to go for huge kind of spending in market research. Try to spend it with the unbiased friend and families. Mostly the family and friends are unbiased. Maybe their friends, their family. That is the way. Attract prospects. Now, when you have a good product, you can attract prospects in many way. I will talk about it in my next slides. Start selling from the day one, so that there is no lot. No, oh, my website is not been built. Oh, I'm not in social media. Oh, so I have to stop selling now because I have to wait for those to be first completed, finished, then I can start. No, no, no. That's not the one I really do support, because that doesn't really makes, if you have a lot of money, then fine, then you can do all these things and then start selling. But if you are really if you're hard pressed, then you must start selling from the day one. Reduce cost. The cost is one thing. As I said, resource. How you can reduce cost, you have to figure out. Research competitors, market, like what are the tax you are giving in this particular, if you are getting it from outside, then what is going to cost you, all this. Because if you reduce your cost, you are making more profit. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, how do you attract prospective customers? Based on your product or service, you can attract your prospective customers through different vehicle. When we say, or medium, we said that website. Now, website nowadays, you don't need to spend more money. Every domain now, most of the, I would not name any domain here, because that is, then it will be biased. So you can find out domains, they have got, like, they charge you maybe 10 quids, 20 quids maximum, or maybe in a year, just to have, or 30 quids maybe, just to have basic website designs. Now, if you have got a basic, if you can build yourself, that's great. If you can't, just take help from the friends, family, and someone. Having a great website is very good, but initially, if you can't afford it, go for the basic. But just be just ensure that it is original, it's not duplicated, because Google picks up all these things. When your website is very specific what you do, when it is original, then you are going to be in the top of the SEO without spending any money. And also the keywords, those are another thing. Social media, social presence, or the social reputation is, yes, for some product, yes, and some products you don't need social media. So depending on your products, you have to really, and to be social media, you don't have to spend always. Just do something, give something, and in return you just start building up your followers. Give some free things, I mean, like, which you can afford. And then the people, that is the way building up your customer, your prospects, not their customers yet, their prospects. Partnering with an influencer. An influencer, you tell them that, okay, if these products get sold through your campaign, then I am going to pay you 30% or 40% or 25%, whatever it is. So you don't need to pay the influencer always, just go negotiate. That's why I said earlier that negotiation is one of the key strengths of the entrepreneur. Blogs, if you can write, brilliant. If you can't write blogs, take helps from your friends, families, and then you promote your product. Sorry, I think someone, sorry, someone, you have to mute your, sorry, you have to mute, sorry, excuse me. I think someone's mic is, someone's
Yeah.
loud, yeah, speaker is on. So
Yes. Can
anyway,
everyone go on mute, please? Thank you.
please. Now, referral. Referral is, suppose yours, you have distributed products and they liked it. Okay, you give them one product free. Only condition is if they can refer another two people to you who will buy the products from you. So that is most powerful branding. That's what I was saying, that not even spending much money, you can really attract the prospective customers. But when you do that, free distribution, as I said, you must ensure that your product is good, because if your product is not good, then doing all these things, what you are actually doing is killing your product or killing your services. So unless you are totally confident about your product, don't start all these activities. Free sampling, which I mentioned. Now you can also get customers from the third party, buying data from them, so that they are, like geographical profile, psychographical profile, demographic profile, which is like, maybe you need someone who will be your prospects is 24 years old, male, earning certain sort of money. Those are called profiling your prospects. So you need to first fix up, need to set up a profile for your customers. What is their profile? Once you get the profile, then find out where you can really, what are the areas where you can knock to get your prospects. Because if you are going for, let's say, if you are having McDonald's and you're trying to promote in a community of 60 years old or 65 years old, I'm not saying they don't have the McDonald's, but the numbers are pretty much, it is much lower than the normal 18 years old to 25 years old. So you need to understand your product. That's why I said you have to expert, and then the market. And understanding the market is one of the most, if you have the idea of the market, and if you have the idea of your product, who is your customers, then it is easy. Next screen, please. Next slide. Yeah. Now, as I said, start selling from the day one. How do you sell? Now, there are few process, like you need to research first, who are going to be, like, how do you research? Now a lot of people say, do I have to go through a market research agencies? No, you go to social media sites, you go to events, you go to networking, you go to maybe some other, kind of communities, celebrations, depends on your product, and find out that your customers, you already done a profile, that if there are any prospects, go to the free networking. And just sometimes those free networking are normally just to promote their products, but at the same time they are also very kind of helpful. So go to the networking, build up, go to the social media, through your website, through words of mouth, you can get your prospects. Once you have done your prospects, then before even presenting them, your pitch, that is we called opening of a sales. So when you start opening up, you must have everything at your fingertips. Means product, the how is the product, how it is compared to the competitors, what are the strength of your products, pricing, if there is any kind of objections, how do you handle that? So how do you not just because I believe my product is very good, so I know I'm telling you that it is going to be really, really good for you. That is not the way. That is not the way at all. So you need to understand, as I said, you need to understand where they're coming from. So here your emotional intelligence will work, that what kind of answer you can give. It is not also consults. Some people, they come up with selling which is consults, which doesn't have any merit. They only say, yeah, 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 this is actually is going to last only for few days, so there is a offer. Because honesty and transparency is one thing in business which you can win everything out of that. If you don't do that, maybe you can win for the time being, but at the after some times you'll find those customers will not come back to you. Not only that, because of the words of mouths, your products and your services will be totally not get that kind of response. Even you can lose a market. So being transparent, being honest, and tell them before what you can offer in your presentation, your all the strengths, and why they should buy the product from you, not from your competitors. Now if you are a monopoly, means you don't have any competition, then of course you are in a better place. You can really play around with that. So this is what you must do, which is detail informed approach. How, I mean, also in the preparation you should ask them, like, that is, you don't say, so sir, okay, dear sir, dear madam, we are from the company and we are trying to sell this product, so would you buy this product. This is not a sales speech. You should start understanding them, tell them why you are calling. Not be very kind of, you don't need to be, you need to build a trust. If I make sense, you need to build a trust in your conversation with your customers. How do you build it? Then again, you have to take a sales training if you are not a salesperson, or you need to recruit salespeople for that. So build trust, get to know them more, do the question answer, what they do, start a nice human conversation with them, so that you get to know what is their expectation, what they like to do. Even they don't buy your product, that doesn't mean, but you may come out with a product later on which is really or most of the people are looking for. But so that will help you anyway. So then the pitch, in the pitch, as we said, that you make your product hero, but at the same time it should not be very arrogant, it should be very subtle, and also at the same time subtle but very, very kind, it should be like, your product, so that, and how you can, when you are comparing with the competitors, don't always say the competition is bad, they don't do this, don't play negative, be positive. Saying the competitors are doing fine, they're good, but this is the features we thought that might be helping the people, so that's we brought this feature here. Handling objections, you'll find a lot of objections. We don't have money, we don't want to do it, we want to think about it. uh, you need to know, I mean, I'm not going to give you a sales training now here, but one of the important thing is how you handle those objections. How you can tell them that what I can do for you today to make you buy these products, or if you really first find out if they really like the product, and then what's stopping them. If what is stopping them, you can remove that barrier, then you are closing the sales. And nothing sucks, nothing obviously succeeds like success. So obviously when you taste that success, it will be obviously more confidence, more kind of resilience. So yeah, these are the selling process. Next slide please. Now, how do you sell on the phone? Now you can do, was there another slides? I think one slides I'm missing. uh, One slides I'm missing, I think.
That's all that's in this deck
Uh, uh,
before like the last one.
Selling, prospecting, research. Okay, there is another one, I think, of the selling, how do face to face. Okay, let me. I think there is one more, so I don't know. Let me see. Okay, let me talk about it so that you can make a note. Now, sale can be different type of sales, face-to-face sales, which is maybe in an event networking, telesales, which there could be subscription sales. So you might make a product which maybe the customers needs every month, or maybe it is a magazines or anything else where you can be subscription or membership sales we sell. And you could be barter sales, then you don't have money to pay someone for a service, give them the product and take their, just obviously that will pay for their service. That is called barter sales. You can co-brand your product with another company and obviously offer them at a very low cost, and you don't have to do anything. If it is a corporate, they will do everything, it is their cost, so you are just supplying them the products. Like most of the hotels, hospitality industry, or this bed linen and everything people supply. Or maybe if you're a caterer, if you are doing it for a big hotels and you are supplying it to them as a subcontractors, they outsource. If you are a branding agency, maybe you are working for a big advertising agency. So it all depends like what kind of sales is best, which is befitting for your products. And these all need training, consultation. It's not mentorship. It doesn't really come automatically. You can do a lot of trial and error method, but that will take a longer time. So one of the sale I'm explaining here is the telesales, now which I have already explained to you. The process now: first find out who are your prospects through extensive research. Build a customer profile. You have to do, whether you have to build a customer profile exactly the way your competitors is doing, or you can really tap on a new market by changing it a little bit differently. That depends on your products and the market you're tapping on. So so if you are selling a product in the UK, and the same products you are selling in Africa or in Asia, do you think you can use the same profile of customers? What do you think? I need an answer here. Do you think you can use the same profile across the continents?
No,
Why not, Sue?
because you've got different target audience, different culture, different
Exactly. The socio-economic profile is different across different countries, continents, even regions. Forget even countries, even different regions have got a regional flavors. Yeah, mostly the age and everything will be same in a national kind of, if you are selling the product nationally, but when you're going to the different country or internationally, it will change. So research is very important. Now, how do you do research? As I said, you can go do research. Even you can yourself be a market research in a particular, make a small area. Focus, it is a focus area. We are saying maybe 50 customers you are going to randomly in an area where do you live, and just make a questionnaires and just go for ask for a time for them, whether it's in a high street or it is at home or somewhere else or online. See what they feel about these products. That is very important, like what they think. That will contribute to your product development as well as brand development. So research, then prepare a pitch. A prepare a speech means which should be exactly what they're looking for. They would not, they would not, maybe that doesn't mean, I'm giving a ratio. Suppose if you are actually phoning 100 customers a day, that means you are only going to get 20 to 30 customers, maybe maximum, if you're a really good salesman, really will show some interest, not all. From that interest, you only can convert only 5 to 10 customers if you are a brilliant sir. So don't you think this 100 you have to do it day again? Like one of my colleague Rodney already told you that he is making calls apart from himself, he is making calls day after day. So if you really want to create revenue for your products, there is no shortcut. You have to do it either yourself or by recruiting someone. If you think that you don't have that, because communication skills is everything, also selling is an art, so, or skill. If you don't have the skills, either go and learn that skills or recruit someone in the skills. Prepare a beautiful, I mean, strong pitch, so that it can, whenever you're presenting, that you know that when you're presenting means it is like your final paper in the exams, that there is no, after that you cannot really amend it. You submitted, then you wait for the result. The same way, your pitch is like that. When you do the pitch, you need to, yeah, there could be a little bit chance when, because this is conversational, that you might change a little bit here and there, but not major change you can make. So create a very impactful pitch, create a database of prospective customers, and call minimum 100 prospect every day minimum. Database, as I previously said, that how do you attract customers through different kind of medium. So from that medium, start, and you'll see every day, every month, your database is increasing, it's not decreasing. Convert at least 5 to 10% of the prospects you called. Like handling objections, like you don't just be pushy, but at the same times don't push them, but at the same times you can really do it very, very subtly, saying that if they're really looking for these products, or if they're buying the same product from the competitions, offering them even a cart, and you can do that. And also follow up, like you may not get that 5%, 10% also initially, but uh, consistent flow follow up which is required. We normally, when we recruit someone for the sales, they tend to forget that they have to do the follow up. Maybe the customer said call me after 3 days at these times. Now that person has totally forgotten that they have to call again to follow up. So the follow up is very necessary, and every time you come across, because we are not always in good mood, please make sure you or your salespersons have a nice mood, good mood, and when they talk to the customers. The other things also you can do, which is, as I said, also when you try to close a sale or maybe make a sale, then is that just offer them some time based offer, which is they would not get anywhere, but that should be genuine. That should not be something not that should not be something funny. Like you are not saying something, okay, you have the product, but you are saying, oh, this product is only available for 5 days. If you don't buy it within 5 days, then you are going to lose this discussion, because it will be, they will figure out. And it is not, you can't really keep that as a secret. So just be very honest. And if that is a specific, like if you have got 10 products only, suppose if you are doing consultation, if you are a consultant with a company, different companies, and you are taking some consultancy jobs, or maybe you are a graphic designer, or maybe you are a digital marketer, you have got a limited capacity to complete that job, whatever jobs, like 10 jobs, 20 jobs maximum, depends on your capacity, in a month. Now if you have 100 jobs, then you cannot, I mean, you can't, at no way, I don't think that any way you can complete those. And you have actually got those 100 jobs by offering something, that okay, if you buy this, then you will be, then your customers would not be satisfied. So offer them the according to your capacity. So if your capacity is 10, say only, or if your product is available only 10 products, so offer them a time specific kind of offer, which is going to benefit them and also benefit you. So next slide, please. So I am always happy for you to come back to me any point of time if you have questions. But I have, if you have any questions, there is a, do you have time to take questions, Annabelle?
Yes, so now it will be the time for Q&A. So if anyone does have questions, please do raise your hand or put it in the chat. So I think I can stop sharing this screen.
Yeah.
And then
So,
we can just,
yeah.
Cool.
Is there any question?
Yeah, I have a question. Firstly, I just want to say thank you. My name is Susan.
Yeah, okay. I can see Sue here. So Susan, hi Susan.
Hi. So I just want to say thank you for taking the time to run through this with us. It's really appreciated. So I noticed as well that you do work for Virgin. What was it again that was putting your
I am
profile?
honorary mentored there. I don't work honorary mentored.
Virgin Group.
Yeah.
So I just wondered how that works, because I think I'm an entrepreneur based on what you've described. I'm not a business person. So I used to be a marketing. So I did marketing and brand strategy, brand development for like 10 years. And then now I've gone into teaching. I did the DET course at GBS Greenfoot. I really enjoyed it. I think teaching is my passion, but I'm also an entrepreneur. So that side of me is still very alive, even though I've gone into teaching. And there's a lot of opportunities that I've seen, even within the educational sector, like teaching. And I just started actually teaching in a secondary school, a lot of social enterprise opportunities. And I just wondered, because you talk about entrepreneurial, but social enterprises, is it the same, what's the word? The same fundamentals?
Entrepreneurships have different kind of entrepreneurship. Social entrepreneurship is one of them.
Yes,
It's not
yes.
everything, like we said, obviously depends on what you want to do and what experience you had earlier. It would not be really a great platform to talk in details, but if you have any specific questions, like I would like to know before that, what about your other business you have done? What kind of steps you have taken there? Do you feel that success came out of it? If yes, why? And if not, why not? So, in your new business, whatever you're planning, learn from the past what you did good, repeat them. Depends on your product, what you did good. Maybe you might have to tweak here and there, and what did not work, don't bring them on. So, it depends, so that experience obviously is valuable. At the same time, your new learning. But before even doing anything, as I said, testing is very, very important. So you have to have a strong concept first, strong product, and then test it, and then you find out whether it's working or not.
I
Then
mean, I
you plan
have
for the
seen
next
on
one.
Amazon, like I have, I mean, I also do, I print t-shirts and you know what drop shipping is?
Yeah, I know, I just mentioned about that Amazon, you can have that.
So I have that on Amazon because I like designing on Canva. So I'll design stuff, then I'll upload it. And I also have like a website, and I have also written a book. But all these things are happening on Amazon, and they're not really moving as fast as, or they're not really actually moving. Like my t-shirt business, I would want it to move, but I think maybe it's like you say, maybe research in terms of,
Yeah, not
because
only that, one more thing is focus on one thing at a time,
yeah,
because that's very important. Because passion and focus, see first, find out, as I said, you should be passionate about, and
yes.
whether that product is in needs. Maybe you are passionate, but that product, time, as I mentioned, time is a great factor. Like, some of the things came, like, Netflix. When Netflix came, really there is a need for streaming, video streaming. Now they took that opportunity. So as I said, entrepreneurship is not like just that simple word. Maybe it's a word, there's a lot of folds into it, and you need to focus first what you want to do, what is your passionate, whether that is going to be a good business proposals, good business products, and then
Mm,
you can take it up from there. Any questions, you send it to Annabelle, and we can take
okay.
it up from there. Is that okay?
Okay.
So thanks
Yeah,
very much.
I've just seen something. So what I'll do is I'll follow up with you for coaching.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yes, I've put all of the links also in the chat. There's a feedback form just to let us know how you're enjoying these workshops, and then you can also register for more workshops with that second link. And then yes, the business coaching call where we can go in detail a bit more about any questions, and I can follow up with Bipasha if you've got any specific questions for her as well. But if we've got some more time, so I think if there's
By
one
the
more
way, I have to
question.
mention one thing, Annabelle, that
Mm-hmm.
there will be series of workshops, like the skills I have mentioned here. I'll be having workshops on those skills. I'll be having workshops, maybe more details in the selling things and everything. But I don't know when, because since I have got both, like my lecturings and everything, so I will definitely be in touch with Annabelle. So in the future, based on your interest, of course, if we get a lot of response, then we'll be developing those. I mean, we'll come out with those workshops.
Exactly, and they will be available on that form, the register for more workshops. So once they've been, agreed with the date and everything and the time, they'll be on that form as well for you to register. Okay, so do we have one more question from anyone in the audience? Please feel free to unmute and just ask away.
Hello, Walter again.
Hi, Walter.
Thank you for so much good information we had here.
Good you
Thank you
liked
for
it. I pleased.
give us hope that we can succeed.
Of course.
Just want to ask, I'm English is not my first language, and been studying with GBS and partnership with Canterbury helped me to think to be more professional. I want advice if possible. And how is my business plan look like to be submitted or something to be registered if it's possible to share with that email you sent me on the message?
Yeah, you
Or
can send an email to her, and I will also with Annabelle look at this, and then if I feel that this is something I will be able to do, I'll respond to you. If I feel that I need another colleague, because we don't know everything, yeah, we know we are experts of something and not
yeah,
experts of something.
I've done most of it. I've done
Yeah.
most of it. And my business, I think the thing that the products that I'm gonna put out is already there. It's chicken. I'm gonna work with chicken because I found out that the way they are putting out the competitors are doing is really wrong. So the way I love it, I want to put that it's gonna sell. So I just want an advice to see the structure is
Yeah,
there.
sure.
If just yeah, that advice to see if I'm on the right path. Right path.
Yeah, sure. I mean, send your email to Annabelle, and we can take it up from there. This
All
would
right.
not be the right, because we need to see what you have done, where you are supplying, why you feel so passionate, what is the one USP, unique selling product or unique product, quality you have got, which makes you so confident. We need to look at all this. We need to go for the
All right.
analysis, yeah, and then we can do that.
I can share. Yes, I
Yeah,
can share all my study, all my market, all the community
yeah, and
where I
what you
buy the.
did, what was the customer's experience, what was the
Yes,
feedback, everything
yes.
important, you see.
I've got reviews already. I've created the page on social media, but I'm not that good on that. That's why I need some support to see if I'm doing the right thing.
Mhm.
I've ordered already I didn't know, I don't know if it was a good deal, but I've ordered a payment card because on the first event I was so embarrassed when people asked me how can we pay you, and I was giving my bank details. I was like, whoa, that's not professional.
We
I
all
meant
have
to.
gone through that, so don't worry, don't be embarrassed.
I was like, oh my God, I'm losing money here. Oh my God. So, and that's not professional for me to like the self image. I want to look after that before I go like pull the trigger on the market.
Okay,
Thank you. I'll share that
thank
email then.
you.
Thank you very much for today.
Yeah, is there
Brilliant.
anything else? Do you have any more questions?
It doesn't look like it. I can't see anything in the chat, so
Mhm.
we can then now bring this
Wrap up
to a
here.
close. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'd just like to end off by saying thank you very much, Bipasha, for that workshop. It was really good to go through all of those really important skills um, to be developed, and really looking forward to like the next installment of your series of these entrepreneurial skills and everything. So, and I'm sure
I'm
everyone
pleased
on
to be
this
here
call.
with all of you. So thank you very much, Annabelle, and thank you everyone who has attended this workshop.
No worries. We look forward to the next installment, and um, have a good rest of your day, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.